Warm welcome to you all, my young minds. Today, we are going to come across a concept called urbanization, that is related to Unit 7, Settlements and Migrations. Urbanization, before we learn about something about urbanization, let me give you one more additional point related to aerotropolis, which I failed to explain you yesterday. Sorry, I beg your pardon for that. The important concept or important one half mark bit that we missed yesterday in explanation, means I missed yesterday in explanation, is aerotropolis is also called as jet age city. Jet age city. JET jet, AGEH, CATY. Because this is a jet, what is the era? This is jet era. Means era is going with a jet speed. Speed of a jet plane. Got it? Supersonic. So, to make it's an ultra modern city, to make it out that ultra modern city or city of the era, they named it as a jet age city. What is named as jet age city? Aerotropolis. Aerotropolis is also named as jet age city. Jet age city. Oh, you might have understood the concept. Or what is the other name? Aerotropolis is called with. It is also called as jet age city. Thank you, Nana. Right. Now we are going to concept called urbanization. In this particular video, we are going to come across urbanization. What is urbanization? First question arises. It is nothing than a process. A process or happening. What is it happening? The process where people live agricultural activity and they start banking on non-agricultural activity by settling down in cities and towns or urban areas. Urban areas means cities and towns. Rural, R-U-R-A-L, rural means villages. Got it, Nana? Alright. Urban, U-R-B-A-N, urban. Urban means towns and cities. People living, the process, urbanization definition, Nana. The process of people leaving agricultural activity and banking and starts banking on non-agricultural activity by being in urban areas is called urbanization. What it is called urbanization? Urbanization definition is people or the process where people leave agricultural activity and bank means depend upon bank on non-agricultural activity field activity by being in urban areas. In urban areas is quoted as by being in urban areas is quoted as urbanization. The process where people Leave, L-E-A-V, leave. That means they'll be leaving away. Agricultural activity and bank on, depend upon. Non-agricultural activity by being in urban areas is quoted as urbanization. Is quoted as urbanization. Here. Urbanization. Right. Why we are coming across urbanization is not any. First of all, you have to understand, urbanization leads to modernization. Urbanization leads to modernization. And when modernization is on a high hand, then naturally that country is called a developed country. Then that country naturally is called as a developed country or a developed nation. So that's why urbanization plays a vital role in defining the status of a country. So any country want to be a modern nation or modern state, there should be a rapid urbanization. Even in India, if we observe, urbanization is happening in a big way after 90s, after liberalization. Earlier it was a bit late. You can see now there are almost 350 million or 35 crores of people living in urban India. Means in Indian cities and towns, 850 million or 85 crore are living in rural areas, villages. 85 plus 35 is equal to 121. 85 plus 35 is equal to 121. Got it? 120 means 121 crores. According to the 2011 census, our population is 121.80 crores. Got it? So you can imagine, even today, what we can call 350 million or 35 crores means it is just about what we can call it. We can quote it as 30% of people are still living in urban areas, whereas 70 are still living in rural areas. We can say approximately 30%. Don't take it as exact figure. Just calculation now. Yeah, just I made a calculation. It is something around 30%, I think. If I am poor in mathematics, please excuse me. Right. So 30% of people are living in urban India, and that is the towns and the cities. Remaining are 70% are living in rural India. That's the status. When compared to 1950, in 1950 there are 5 cities in India where the population is more than 1 million. Means more than 10 lakhs. Only 5 cities are there. No mega cities where population is more than 1 crore. And if you see, there are almost 5,40,000 villages at the time, or 5,60,000 villages at the time. Most of the people lived in these villages only. Towns, population between 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. Those towns or cities, we can see, class 1 cities. 40 cities are there at the time. 40 cities are there, which are called class 1 cities. Got it? What is the scenario of the day? There are, and towns, hardly some 300 to 400 towns were there in that good olden days. Got it in 1950s. But right now towns, 7,935 towns are there. Villages, 6,45,000 villages are there. 6,40,000 you can say. 6,40,000 villages are there now. 5.6 there, now 6.40. Means almost 80,000 villages got increased. Got it? Because of increasing population. These villages include, revenue villages will include hamlets. Got it? So, in this way, the number of villages increased, but still rural population did not increase. Urban population got increased. You have to observe this. Means, whatever the increase is there in the rural population, from that something is moving towards the urban areas. Whatever the reason it may be. So, this we have now 7,935 towns. At the time in 1950, we had Now, right now, 2011 census, according to 2011 census, and according to census of 1950, we have only five metropolitan cities. Metropolitan cities. No mega cities, none. Mega cities, no. I'll write it in tabular form. I'll write it in tabular form. All right. Yeah. You see, mega cities. Mega city in 1950, zero, nothing is there. Now 2011 census, according to 2011 census, there are three mega cities where population exceeded 1 crore or 10 millions, more than 10 millions or more than 1 crore. Three cities are there. We know administrative capital, financial capital, and another is on the east. That is Kolkata, right? So mega cities are there, no. Metropolitan cities, metropolitan cities, where population is more than, 10 million to, where the population is more than 1 million to below, more than 1 million and below 10 million. That means below about 10 lakhs and below 1 crore. 5 cities are there. And right now 46 such cities are there. There are 46 such cities. Got it? And there are cities, class 1 cities, we can call class 1 cities. Class 1 city. Class 1 city at the time 50 are there, 1 lakh to 10 lakhs population. 50 are there. Oh, beg your pardon, 40 are there. At the time 40 are there. At the time 40 are there. And now we have almost 100 cities with a population of 1 lakh to 10 lakhs. Got it? They are the cities called class 1 cities, where the population will be between 1 to 10 lakhs. And towns hardly in the rural are something around 300 to 400, between that 400. Now 7,935 towns. 7,935 towns. Villages, revenue villages. Something 5.6 lakh at the time. Right now 6.40 lakhs. In this way, even though population is increasing, on other hand, urbanization is also increasing. Movement of people from the rural areas are increasing. Population in rural areas is also increasing, and movement of people from rural areas leaving the agricultural activity and depending upon the non-agricultural activity in urban areas also increasing. That led to the urbanization. Able to understand why urbanization happens is movement of people. And urbanization not only happens because of the movement, Generally, according to the studies in the recent past, urbanization is happening. Let me say, for example, 5 houses are increasing in a city or town, you think, out of that, only one is because of the people coming from villages. Means only 1/5 of the increase in the urbanization is because of people coming from villages or rural areas. Rural area migration we can call. Migration from rural areas. Only 1/5 migration from rural areas. Then only out of every 5 who are getting increase in urban area, 1 is from rural areas. Means remaining 4 where they are coming from? In them, 2 are because of the natural increase in the urban area, and 2 are because of expansion of this urban area neighboring villages, suburban areas also getting merged into that city. As city is increasing, it expands and goes and touches the neighboring villages. Like Kanapuram became a part of Khammam municipal government, Ballepalli up to Ballepalli. To the north of Khammam, you see up to Ballepalli. It is a part of, it is a Kaikondagudem, Ballepalli, they all are a part of Khammam municipal corporation. They became, once upon a time, their villages were away from Khammam town, some 3-4 kilometers or 5 kilometers, 6 kilometers away from. Got it? And if you see to the east, all Velumatla and all this became Alipuram and all this Kothagudem, this all became integral part of Khammam municipal corporation. Why Tekulpalli and Basapuram, which is called Bandapalam, which is called Gopalpuram, before Renard office. These all once away, they are villages far away from Khammam town, but now they became an integral part of Khammam city and municipal corporation. And there you see Naidupeta, Arepula in the west, up to Naidupeta, Yedulapuram and so on. They became an integral part of Khammam town. Got it? Damsalapuram, Dhanavaigudam to the north, and in the south up to Damsalapuram, Agraharam Gate, Kotturu, Sriram Hills, they all are now a part of Khammam city. Once upon a time they are far away from, Kotturu is far away from Khammam, Kotturu is far away from Khammam, Alipuram is far away from Khammam. Their Agraharam, Damsalapuram, they are far away from Khammam, but they became now an integral part of Khammam because Khammam expanded. Why did it happen? Expansion happened. See, I am there in 1950. I made my house in Khammam, I settled down in Khammam. In course of time, I gave birth to 2 boys or 4 boys, and these 4 boys, after getting their settlement, they started making their houses in Khammam only. 4 houses more came because of me only. No new one came. My 4 children made 4 houses. That's how the urbanization, the cities will be expanded. And once they are expanding, not only SVP, X, Y, Z, their children also started settling down, and slowly the city town started expanding. When it started expanding, it started going and touching the neighboring villages. Tekulpalli, Kanapuram, what we get Ballepalli, Pandangapuram, Yedulapuram, Naidupeta, Alipuram and Kothagudem, Velupatla, Vengayapalam, that is Bandapalam or Gopalpuram, their Naidupeta, Yedulapuram, these are now became an integral part of up to Venkatagiri, Gudimadla. It became an integral part of Khammam town, Khammam city. Now town became a city, population enhanced. So this is how urbanization happened. Actually, people believe that only because of migration of rural people to the urban areas is a cause for urbanization, but it is very false notion. Only out of every 5, only 1 is from rural migration. Only 1/5 is because of rural migration, that is increasing urbanization. Remaining actually because of expansion of the existing urban area, and as it expanded, the neighboring suburbs, the villages which are at touching Khammam city or Khammam town, they are called suburban areas. Why they are called suburban areas? They will have certain facilities like Khammam town only, but still the primary activity, agriculture, will be carried on by the most of the people. They will be banking upon the primary sector activity for their economy. So that's why they are called suburbs. They have current electrical poles, electricity and all, roads, safe drinking water. Like Khammam town only they will be having, they will be very close to Khammam town. They are called suburbs. Now, because of the expansion of this Khammam, what happened? Even they became, Khammam expanded and touched that villages, they became a part of Khammam municipal corporation. Now they are also urbanites only. They are no more now suburban people, and that areas are not suburbs. That such people, such villages or such places which are close to city are called as urban area is called as suburb. Suburb. URB. SUB. URB. Suburb. Suburb means any place which is adjacent to an urban area where people are living. Got it? Greenwich, our mean longitude, that is prime meridian, 0 degree longitude. is passing through Greenwich. Greenwich is a suburb of London City. Suburb of London City, Greenwich is like Alipuram, Tegulpalli, Gopalpuram, Elgumatla, Kathagudam. These all are suburbs once upon a time. Now, city expanded, town expanded, and they all became a part, and Kurnool town became a city, class 1 city, where accounts a population of 3 lakhs. So, okay, if urban city expands, what happens naturally? There will be what we can call requirement of more safe drinking water and electricity supply. This water, master plan, yesterday you are thinking about. Why master plans are made? They are made to look into the basic needs of the people of today and also tomorrow, future also. Yesterday I explained in the class, right? In the last class, previous class. So, here what happens, the requirement, basic requirements. What is the safe drinking water? Good medical health care is required. Centers to provide the best health care, medical facilities should be enhanced. Road transportation should be widened, made comfortable for those all people to move. Got it? Safe drainage system should be made. Got it? Safe drainage system should be made. Sewage, drainage, sewage, and garbage dumping activity, safe garbage collection and dumping activity should be done, or recycling of activity should be done. These all things should be done. But these all will be done when there is a plan. But plan is getting disturbed. We came across the city of Delhi. 3 master plans were made to make it a very planned city. Got it? Bangalore in India, Bangalore is a planned city, Chandigarh is a planned city. There the problem did not come into existence much in the past. Now Bangalore is also getting suffered because of unplanned activity going on over there. Got it? Because of political involvement and so on. But New Delhi is also a planned city. Got it? But what happens is all plans are going wrong because of illegal settlements getting existed, or unauthorized colonies getting increased. People coming from different parts of the country and settling down and making their settlements in the public places meant for some public activity like playgrounds or entertainment, meant for entertainment or for industrial area. They are occupying it, and when authorities are ready to evict them, political involvement is being there, and ultimately authorities can't do anything. And that is because where master plans are getting failed. And when plans are getting failed, what way authorities can give required water to them, electricity supply to them, bus transport, any public transport system, how can they operate? Roads are congested, they are not widened. So here we have to think, this is what happens because of urbanization. Urbanization, if it is not done according to plan, what happens? Brings many problems. What are the problems? Problem of safe drinking water. It will be out of control population. No authority can make anything. Electricity, medical health care, providing education free of cost to the children between 6 to 14 will be a headache to menace to the government, because how many schools where to start a school, no place is vacant there to the government. To start a hospital, no place is vacant because it is occupied by the migrants who came from different parts, or who in the city only fellow gave birth to half a dozen children. They will come and they will occupy the government places within the city only, not coming from other part also. So this is what happens, and that's what I said. Lenin Nagar Hillock got completed, and their children started going to Ramanagutta. They occupied Ramanagutta beside that what we can call bypass road. There no one new came from other part. Here only my children, 4 children, and they go and they occupy some other government place. In this way, uncontrolled, unplanned increase in the population brings problems of drainage, sewage, safe drinking water, electricity, transportation, and housing. Governments can't provide shelters, proper shelters to all these people who came out of town, who are increasing out of town. Got it? And more population, more pollution, because usage of vehicles will be more, and there will be usage of most dangerous substances which can't be decomposed so easily, so like plastic and so on. So this, and dumping the waste where we have to dump it is also a big problem. or recycling, they have to send where they have to send for recycling. Again, is dump, they are going to dump this waste in a nearby rural area or village. Villagers will not accept. Who want to take all that money? You will use and throw your waste, and that waste they have to suffer. The people of that village will be raising their voice. But one of the case study was there in the last previous syllabus, but now we don't want because that is not mentioned. In this way, urban areas, because of urbanization, face some problems. Urban areas means people of urban areas. Got it? And because of the people living in a cramped means tightly packed areas. Got it? Unauthorized colonies where no care is taken by the civic bodies or authorities, public servants. Then what happens? They are forced to live amidst unhygienic conditions. And living amidst of unhygienic conditions, always welcome, it will be always welcoming the dangerous diseases like cholera and so on, plague and so on, and pandemics we are seeing now how they are getting out. And now you will see urban area, how it is useful for the country. Urban areas are very much useful for the country, Nana. I will continue class because storage problem is existing. Next video, you say what is the use or benefit because of urbanization, and then after what are the problems faced by certain people will be coming across. Thank you.